All right, we got new stuff. This is not on your quiz tomorrow. All right, you guys do not have to draw this right here, this coordinate plane. You don't have to draw it. What they want you to do is this. They want you to say, okay, -1, up 5, put a point. They really want you to draw a triangle. But I don't think we need to draw a triangle. That's -1, that's 5. How did y'all find the side of the hypotenuse in geometry? Y'all remember? It's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. All right, so all you got to do is -1 squared plus 5 squared on your calculator. Tell me what it gives you. So I don't think we have to do all this.
You want us to add the parentheses?
If it's got a negative, you got to have parentheses. But in truth, you could just do 1 squared plus 5 squared. All right, so you get 26 equals c squared. What's the last step? Take a square root. So guys, our radius is square root of 26. All right, so now when it says radius, let me show you what they're talking about. Here's our coordinate plane. I'm making this up. Here's a triangle. If this side is 6, I don't know, I made it up. Why is 6 the radius? Because look, if you draw a circle like that, wouldn't 6 be the radius on the circle? So we're calling the side of the hypotenuse the radius. That's why I changed these formulas. Instead of 1 on the bottom, I made an R on the bottom for radius. All right, but all that stands for is the side of the hypotenuse. All right, so now you got to find these 6 answers. I think I got a place for you to write them down. You got all your formulas up here. All right, so watch how easy this is. There's your x, there's your y, there's your radius. All right, in an ordered pair, you know it always goes x, y. So the formula for sine says, put y on top and r on the bottom. All right, well that's 5 over root 26. Write that down.
So,
Go ahead, Lane.
the 6, now what if it was 35? What would your...
Then your radius would be 35. What I was just trying to show you is whatever the length of the hypotenuse is of the triangle is the same thing as the radius of your circle.
So we don't have to write that now?
Not right now. You don't need any of that right now. We'll need it later. All right, can I leave my answer like that with root 26 on the bottom? No, but since you're going to have your calculators for this, you can just type that in. 5 over root 26. It will simplify it for you. 5 root 26 over 26 would be my answer. So again, you can just type that in the calculator. Any question? Okay. Julia, what's my formula for cosine? It's on the board. So now I put -1 over root 26. Can I leave it like that? No. Put it in your calculator and simplify it. -1 on top, root 26 on bottom. It will give you negative root 26 over 26. All right, last one on this side. Tangent's y over x. All you got to do is 5 over -1. That's just -5. All right, shortcut. Y'all ready? Hunter to find these 3 right here. I don't have to worry about the formulas again. What do y'all notice about the formula for sine and cosecant? They're just flipped, right? They're switched. It's the inverse. Same thing, cosine and secant. What do y'all notice? They've been flipped. Same thing here. They've been flipped. So look, all we got to do is flip them. So that's -5 over 1. Flip it, it's -1 over 5. All you got to do is flip it to find the one right across from it. All right, now we got a problem right here. That watch me. When I go to flip this one, I don't want to flip the answer that I circled. Watch, because if I flip that one, it puts the square root back on the bottom, and I can't have that. Go back and flip the first one. 5 over root 26, if you flip it, now you don't have a root on the bottom, so it's good. So when it's like that and you simplify it, go back and flip the first one. Same thing on cosine. Flip that one, it'll be negative root 26 over 1. All right, so that is how you find your 6 answers on these problems. No question on 1. Let's go to number 2. So this is not on our quiz, and you guys know we're going to be reviewing for your midterm tomorrow and Monday. Midterm is Tuesday. We can probably do some this Wednesday and Thursday.
Our midterm in here is. what did
Tuesday,
this-
right?
It was saying.
It's Wednesday, you said we was gonna review Monday and Tuesday, not tomorrow.
First and third Tuesday.
They told me first and second. But
Well,
I'll
she
look
was-
for it.
She's like, y'all need to make sure y'all tell them that, cause that's wrong.
She said that same thing last year and she was wrong.
Yeah, they started doing first and second together and third and fourth together.
She said she emailed somebody.
Well, they need to fix it either way. So if ours is Wednesday, then we'll just have an extra review day. Not a big deal.
So if this first and second one day, what would I do the day that third and fourth is first? Wait, no, we still go to first and second, and then we go to third.
I'll be setting it up. So that's one thing I won't have to do. Number 2, we got 6 and negative 8. Got sine of x, cosine of x, tangent of x, secant of x, secant of x. All right, Samara, what did you get when you did 6 squared plus 8 squared?
100,
What's the square root of 100?
10.
So my radius on this one's going to be 10. All right, so sine is y over r. Remember, guys, there's your x, there's your y, and there's your r. You got everything right here. Just write it as a fraction. So you get negative 8 over 10. Can I leave it that way? No. Put it in your calculator and reduce it. What do you get?
Negative 4.
So now when you flip it, you'll have negative 5 over 4 over here, because these two are the inverses of each other. All right, finish those bottom 4. Then I'll show y'all some harder ones. All right, Pat, what did you get for tangent? Negative 4 over 3 after you simplify it, so flip it, it's negative 3 over 4. All right, that's an easy. I'm just trying to show you, make sure you reduce your fraction. I know every year on the test, kids just leave it negative 8 over 10. They don't reduce it. All right, so y'all are good there. Let's do something there a little bit harder. 4 is going to be easy. Y'all can do 4. Y'all can do 7. I know I need to show you 8. Let's go to 5. 5 looks a little different. All right, let's go to 5. We got to find the r. So what am I going to type in my calculator on number 5? Somebody call it out.
That will be
0 squared plus 4 squared. Don't worry about the negative. When you square it, it's going to turn into a positive anyway. So what do y'all get? 0 squared plus 4 squared is? What's square root of 16?
oh,
All right, so your r is 4 on this one. All right, but these answers are going to be a little bit different. Y'all try the sine and the cosecant. Try those first. You'll see what I mean. Or maybe not on that one, but you'll see what. All right, so for sine, we got y over r. I got negative 4 over 4. That reduces to negative 1. All right, now look, what happens when I flip it? Then it's 4 over negative 4. Guys, it's still negative 1. So you actually got the same answer on both those, right? Cosine, what is it? X over r. So that's going to be 0 over 4. What's your answer when 0's on top? Oh, when 0's on top, it's 0. When 0's on bottom, it's no solution. Remember, if 0's below the line, then it's undefined. Flip it. This one's 4 over 0, which is no solution. All right, let's do the last one. Tangents, y over x. I got negative 4 over 0. That one's undefined. Then flip it, 0 over negative 4 is 0. All right, so that one wasn't bad. It was just the 0 and the no solution. Gave everybody some trouble. All right, I think I can do one more with you guys here. And I think y'all can do the rest of them. Let me do number 8. Let's do number 8. All right, I want you guys to get started on number 8. Find the radius. We'll see how far y'all can get.
why don't we do number 9 and 10?
All right, so what is sine? It is y over r. So I got 6 over 2 root 13. Can I leave it like that? No. Put it in your calculator. 6 on top over 2 root 13 is. Calculator gave me 3 root 13 over 13. All right, which one did I say earlier you want to flip? The first one or the second one? You want to flip the first one. Why? Because if you flip the second one, you're putting the square root back on the bottom, and we don't want that. So flip the first one. I got 2 root 13 over 6, right? Do y'all see anything in that fraction that we can simplify? 2 and 6. So my answer will be root 13 over 3. So I am simplifying these more than one time, which is what makes number 8 a little bit trickier. All right. Try the next row, cosine and secant. All right, so this next one I got 4 over 2 root 13. Put it in your calculator to simplify it. 4 over 2 root 13. It gave me 2 root 13 over 13. All right, which one do we flip? First one or second one? We're going to flip the first one. Now, don't forget, make sure you can't simplify anything else. I can divide both these by 2. So simplified answer is root 13 over 2. Yeah, I don't really like this one. This one's kind of messy. I'll probably only give you one like this on the test. All right, tangent should be easy. Y over x is 6 over 4. Reduce it, it's 3 over 2. Flip that one, it's 2 over 3. All right, so that leaves you guys number 3, number 6, and number 7, and number 4. So that leaves you 4 of them you can do by yourself in just a minute. All right, before I let y'all do those, I'm going to show y'all 9 and 10, and then I'll let y'all finish those top 4. All right, we're ready for 9. All right, guys, on number 9, you actually have to draw a coordinate plane, and we have to draw a triangle. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it doesn't have to be anything real big, but you have to draw a coordinate plane. And you guys have to remember about the quadrants, which y'all learned, what, last year? It's quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. They go in that order. It's kind of like counterclockwise. Is that what I'm trying to say? Clockwise. All right, well, the good thing about number 9 is they are already giving us the answer for cosine. They're saying cosine is 3/5. So I can put 3 over 5 right here. I can flip it and put 5 over 3 right there. Go ahead and write those in. They're giving you those two. All right, next, they are saying put your triangle in quadrant 1. So watch me. Here's quadrant 1. I need y'all to draw a triangle just like that. You have to draw your triangles for 9 and 10, or else you're going to miss them. All right, now we have to decide, and we have to know which side does the 3 go on, which side does the 5 go on. All right, let me show you how we're going to do this. What's the formula for cosine? So 3 goes on the x-axis, 5 goes on the radius. So where does 3 go on my triangle if it goes on the x-axis? Somebody show me. Which side of this triangle is your x-axis? Bottom. Good. 3 goes here. How about the 5 that goes on the radius? You guys are falling asleep on me. Right there. It goes on the hypotenuse. You have to know how to set that up. You have to know that that's the x, that's the y, and the hypotenuse is always the radius. We would have talked about that. I might even write that on the board somewhere so you don't forget. X-axis, always right here. All right. Ashlyn, Samara, y'all watching? All right, so now we can find our answers. Whoops, we got to find this other side first. How do we find this missing side right here? Still a squared plus b squared. 3 squared plus b squared equals 5 squared. You guys remember, the hypotenuse always goes in for c. So I'm not going to add these in my calculator. What do? I'll do 5 squared minus 3 squared. Type that in and see what you get. 5 squared minus 3 squared equals, tell me what y'all get from that? 16. What's square root of 16? 4. All right, so now we've got our 3 sides. So now it's going to be a piece of cake. Sine is y over r. I put 4 over 5 right there. Flip it, it's 5 over 4 right there. Tangent's y over x. That's 4 over 3. Flip it, it's 3 over 4. All right, so that one wasn't bad. 10's a little harder. It's got a negative. That's where we're going to have to use our triangle. All right, any question on 9? All right, last one I need to show you is number 10. All right, draw a coordinate plane. All right, where does the triangle go? It says put the triangle in quadrant 4. So you guys need to sketch a triangle right there. All right, I got to show you something. The negative is in front of 2/3. It's right in the middle, correct? All right, you guys know how I always say put the negative on the top. Doing your triangle, the negative can actually go on either number. Don't automatically assume it's going to go on the top number. My formula for sine is y over r. So 2 goes on the y-axis, 3 goes on the radius. Which one of those needs to get the negative? The hypotenuse is always positive. That's how you know. So that's going down to, that one's got to get the negative. So that's why you have to draw your triangle so you know where the negative goes. All right, so I've got -2 squared plus b squared equals 3 squared. All right, let's put it in your calculator. 3 squared minus 2 squared equals 3 squared, low battery, 3 squared minus 2 squared equals. I got 5. Square root of 5, we don't know. So we'll just write square root of 5. All right, after that, find your 6 answers. Now remember, they are actually giving us, they're telling us sine is -2/3. Flip it, that's -3 over 2. Y'all find the other 4. I know it. Cosine's x over r, so I got √5 over 3. Flip it, that'll give me 3 over √5, but you can't leave it like that, so put it in your calculator. 3 √5 over 5. I messed up. I think that's right. Tangent's y over x. There's my y, there's my x. -2 over √5. Put it in your calculator. -2 √5 over 5. Now when you go to flip it, go back and flip the original. So it'll be -√5 over 2. All right, so you guys are good. Y'all got 4 problems to finish at the top.